Morning, gents. All right, Jaric, you asked a question. First up, man, if you don't really get something I've explained in a video, just give me a call on Messenger. It's the simplest thing, and I'll be happy to show you. So your question was, how exactly would one of these doohickeys here, or WIDI Jack, be used to go to all your gear? Now, there's many ways you can do it, and that depends on your gear and how complicated it is. So you can see mine, I've got 5-pin WIDI, Midi, I'm going to confuse this. So 5 pins on most of these things, that, and that, all have 5-pin. That has USB, and that has TRS, which is the right pin. So, to date, I have not been able to get these things locked down, I've been resistant to put these things on a board. I want to kind of split them. I've been thinking what to do, how to get it, and for me, the Bridge 4, the Bridge 6, and most of all, this Flexiport Hub is going to do it. And I think that's what you're after, this Flexiport Hub. So you can see, you can get flat cables to do all this. You can kind of try and make it neat, but I think the neatest possible way is to use tiny little ones like this, which are 5-pin one side, TRS the other, and those can be extended, like you can get them 15 centimeters, 16, enough to fit under a board. So what else does this Flexihub thing do? Well, for me, if you see this here plethora, that's got this massive TRS jack going out and coming down to the helix floor there. And I've set this up so when I tweedle yawn expression pedal, so I'm driving that from the floor. That works well for me because typically what I want to do is have all this stuff two-hand, especially like the iridium and this thing. These are meant to be touched and twiddled and messed with. When they go on the floor, cool, but I don't want all this cables and stuff coming from here. Like you see all this? I'm trying to get rid of all this mess and make this thing neat and tidy. So, Mini mad scientist, of course, that's not going to happen anytime soon, but you know, everybody would be so happy if it did. So that's the plan. What I'm searching for is to make this into a board that could be left up here, mounted, angled to whatever display length I want, or I could put it on the floor, or can battery power the whole thing. So far it's been working like that. I've battery powered it. I've used all kinds of MIDI controllers. You can see I've got a whole collection of them here. Everything you see in front of you, except for that, is a MIDI controller. So all this junk can talk to one another. It can be reconfigured. It can be ripped apart, and you know that's why I haven't really blocked it down. But it's getting to be a bit much now. So time for John, Bob, Queen Latifah, blah de blah, and Mr. Marcus Deluxe to give me a hand here. It's a mess, but I'll show you how the WIDI Jack thing works. So essentially, if you had a box underneath this board with a distribution with these tiny little things in there, it would take up no room. It would act like a star network, so it can go out to all of these boxes, and if you want to take a box off, just disconnect it, and you know, I can take this off for a weekend with just that, and that's all I need. You know, just strumming around. If I'm here creating craziness, it's a bit different. So, can I get this all in the frame? As you can see, yeah, just changing channels, different presets, changing modes. So, full remote control. That's just plugged in to charge the battery right now, but that can sit on the floor. So I could, you know, I could be sitting over here, downstairs maybe, and it'll work cool-ish. But this is Bluetooth 4, and that has limited range. You know, like a regular Bluetooth phone, like your iPad, like anything like that, you're gonna work within that range, and you're cool. So 6-8 meters maybe, fine. With the WIDI, like is on that board there, or if you put another WIDI Jack, WIDI to WIDI, so yonder thing there, you can run up to 90 feet. Like I can go downstairs and stand outside on the porch and fiddle this. This is what I'm really hoping. If I get a 6 and a 4, that's pretty much the same. You know, that's 10 switches, which is the same as that. You've got all the colors on it, which is the same as that. So where I'm used to working, where my work process involves those lights, I can make it all the same. Where here, the delays are blue, and on Helix, the delays are green, I can say, okay, I don't really care about what that's saying. I can be off downstairs and I can make that green if I wanted to, you know, or come up with my own schemes. And basically do what you like, when you like, how you like, with who you like, and it all works. And because I'd be using an iPad down there, you know, I don't need to have all of this feedback. In certain cases where you're out playing around, you want to be able to come over here and look at this. If it's super bright, maybe I want it up at an angle. Maybe I want it up on a desk. Maybe I don't. Maybe I definitely do not want this stuff on the floor because this is several $1,000 worth of gear. You know, and beer is not your friend. So that can all work. And what happens with the MC6? This thing has been beaten to death so far. You know, super cool. But the way I'm using it now is to take incoming signals, like from expression pedals, which are on the floor or around here, or like this one, and I'm sending it emulating them. So there's no expressions there. I could even use this to go out to the Iridium if I wanted to, but really what I want here is that this board stays here. I can go off with that and it works. On certain banks of that, I can do craziness, like I can control 6, 7, 8, 9, to up to 16 messages going into an amp. And I can sit here, from here, tweak this, and adjust every single parameter there is on that amp, on this remotely. Or I could do it from downstairs. That's the idea for me when I'm creating this. If I don't want to be up here, or if I go somewhere else and want to play, all I want to do is be able to take out two little blocks like that, you know, 10 switches, all color coordinated, all neat looking, all nice and fine and lovely. And that's me. That and an iPad, totally battery powered, wireless everywhere, no more mess, no more confusion. You know, gotta be done, gotta be done. So I hope this helps. If you have questions, dude, give me a message.